you're basically at death's door. Do you want to try this extremely controversial experimental surgery where we're going to put a pig heart in you?
Stating that she was a prostitute and had STDs.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Nobody you know. That's right. Welcome to the Nobody You Know podcast. They might not be famous, but they certainly have a lot to say. Join Ash, Espi, Emmy, and Gus as they discuss everything from celebrity gossip, trends, pop culture, hit movies and TV shows, social media, and even some juicy personal life experiences and opinions. Now, let's get into today's episode.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Nobody You Know, episode 8. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, night, evening, wherever you are, enjoying your day. And we have a lot to talk about today, like a lot to talk about.
Way too much.
Like
good stuff.
It's a lot.
A lot of juicy stuff.
Let's get started.
Where to begin, guys? Well, let's start off with Cardi B. This is the first time we actually mentioned her in our podcast, I believe. We don't really talk about her.
Are you sure? No, we did. We mentioned her once.
Once? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, my mistake, my bad. Alrighty. So it's been a very big week for Cardi B. She congratulations on her winning her lawsuit against Tasha K. She won this defamation lawsuit. Tasha K apparently was stating that she was a prostitute and had STDs, and Cardi B was like, I ain't having this. We're going to take this to court. 3 years fighting, 3 years, and she, yes, 3 years, and she won it. And it just goes to show, no matter how rich or how famous you are, people will always talk about you. And she said she was not gonna have it, and she won this, and we're very happy for her.
Proud of her.
It's a very big accomplishment because she's a mother now, and so it's important to show that you have to fight for yourself, no matter your age, your success. You always have to stand up for yourself. So that's good for her.
It kind of makes me wonder though, like, that had to cost a lot of money, and it's like unfortunate that we're living in a time when like a lot of people don't get the opportunity like to have the money to like defend their character.
Exactly.
But really happy for her. Sorry.
Yes. No. And on other news with Cardi B, she stated that she's going to pay the funeral expenses of the disastrous fire that happened in the Bronx, her native neighborhood. The many lost families that. So that happened. It was very, very sad a couple months ago. And she is willing to pay those funeral expenses, which is very nice because she is from the Bronx. That is her home. And so it's the least that one can do.
It's really nice.
Yeah. So that was very nice. On a different note, can we talk about the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl.
Gus, take us away.
Yeah.
Let's just start with the excitement of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because when you hear the headline, you are like, wow.
Yeah.
Yes. A couple days ago, the Super Bowl halftime was released.
You got Eminem. Kendrick Lamar.
Dr.
Dre. Snoop Dogg.
The real Slim Shady.
And then my favorite, Mary J. Blige. I mean, come on. Like, what a lineup.
Wow. What a lineup.
Incredible.
Have you guys seen the commercial?
Oh, of course. I've seen it like 5 times.
You haven't seen it?
It's so good.
You have to see it.
You have to see it. Like, literally, I got chills. I like almost peed a little.
Phenomenal.
It looks so good.
All right, I will.
Phenomenal.
Everything. Wow. The filmmaking, the effects.
The transition from one artist to the other.
It's like, what the fuck?
It was
and like
flawless.
Dr. Dre is the mastermind.
Of course.
Like,
oh, wow.
It was flawless.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I'm
I don't even
excited.
care who's going. I just want to see this halftime show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
mean,
gosh.
Who cares about who's playing?
Oh, who cares about it?
It's about the super.
You
the
could get
halftime show.
in a lot
halftime
of
show,
trouble
baby.
for saying that.
Yes.
But yes, yeah.
But you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I think it's one of those events where it doesn't matter who's gonna play.
Yeah.
You're gonna watch it because of the halftime.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, totally.
Exactly.
Just
Exactly.
even one of those people would be mind blowing. But the fact that they put, is it 5 total?
All
Five.
five.
5 of them together, like that's
Five.
amazing.
It's
a
gonna be
super
insane.
show. Super
I mean,
show.
they only have 15 minutes, so I can wait to see what they're gonna do.
Right. Oh my goodness. I'm excited.
Insane. I mean, I cannot wait.
And
Yeah.
they're all kind of like, not to be an ageist, but they're all kind of like getting up there in age, which is
Yes.
kind of
Right.
cool to see. Like, because for the last couple of years, it's been like a lot of younger
Right.
artists, talent,
Yeah.
which is great. But like, it's kind of cool to be like reminded. I mean, these are the people that were like huge when I was like a teenager.
They're
So it's kind
pioneers,
of fun
man.
to like. I mean, I haven't seen Dr. Dre do anything in a really long time, so
years.
that's
Ages.
cool.
Long
Yeah.
time.
Ages.
Yeah.
And like Mary J. Blige, like,
Oh my
isn't she in her
gosh.
50s?
I believe so,
I think
Yeah.
so. I think so.
Yeah.
But she is my childhood.
She's
She
iconic.
was.
I
She
mean-
was. She. My mother was playing her all
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
car rides to school. I mean, we go back, girl.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
go back. I mean, what a lineup. I mean, it's just. I think it's like really bringing the 80s and 90s like vibe. I love it. I love it. It's
Yes.
the energy. I love it.
And hopefully it's gonna be a little. It's not like the weekend was bad last year, but I feel like it was missing that kind of something extra. I feel like
Yeah.
something. It was great.
That's how we felt.
That's
yeah.
how we felt about it.
But-
No offense to the weekend. Like, he's a great artist. He's
Amazing
a great
artist.
performer. He has wonderful music. But it was, like you mentioned, it was just
Something.
something that was like something
Well,
that was
his
missing.
music is kind of like trance, like not like the genre itself,
Yeah.
but it's really awesome music. I love it, but it doesn't necessarily like always just like wake you up and give you
Yeah,
energy.
right.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
and I remember one thing about the weekend show was I didn't love it that they were all wearing masks. Like, I'm not talking about like COVID face masks, but they were wearing like this full
like a shield.
head
Yeah.
shield thing, and I just feel like because COVID had just happened, it just it hit too close to home. I was like, I don't want to see a bunch of people.
It's just
with,
it was
like,
a reminder, a
masks
constant
on.
reminder. Yeah.
So
yeah.
we'll see what this is like.
Okay, so now let's get into the part that is
Right.
gets-
The
gets
juicy part.
The
pretty
juicy
fucked.
part.
Is so. Of course, for this type of events, you need a lot of dancers. You
Of course.
need a lot of extra special things that make the show, that make everything.
Come to life.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Right.
So, one dancer in Instagram complained about it. So he says, "This they have made us work for 72 hours without getting paid, and they were not offering transportation. They were not offering like these little things.
Like
They
probably
are-
not even like a place to stay.
Like so, no
Like-
hotel, no food.
Probably no. They're probably gonna find people who are in LA because I think it's in LA.
It is in
Right,
LA.
right.
So
Right.
that's okay. You know, like you don't have to give them a home, but for this type of event, you should pay them what they deserve.
Exactly.
Like you can.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the thing. They say you're doing it for the exposure. You're doing it for
At
it's like
that level, you're a professional. Exposure. You're not
Exactly.
a
they don't need the exposure.
Exactly.
They don't need it.
I'm so
At that
sick
level?
of like artists not getting paid what we deserve to
Deserve.
be paid.
Right.
We're
Mostly
working
dancers.
as hard as everyone else.
Right.
It's no
And
harder.
yeah.
I mean, it's not just the artists because Eminem and Dr. Dre they are getting paid millions.
Of course.
Millions.
And
Of course.
it's the dancers. In this one, it's the dancers. that
dancers.
are getting shafted.
Yeah.
And
That's just unacceptable.
It
It's
is. It's
unacceptable. At that
unacceptable.
level,
It's just
it's unacceptable.
disgusting.
And it's a disrespect to those artists that sacrificed and trained for so long.
And they've already, I'm guessing, done hundreds of
Of
jobs for
course.
exposure.
Of
for
course.
exposure.
At what point in your dancing career do you get to be like legitimized and paid for like what you
what
do?
you do,
Right.
And,
Right.
like, you do the same of if no more work. All the athletes that are gonna be there,
Absolutely.
Right.
artists,
Exactly.
all everybody,
Absolutely.
like it's exactly
Absolutely.
the same. How you are not gonna
Yeah.
give this a proper budget? And again, this is not your regular concert that you're gonna see. Maybe I don't know, Bruno Mars here in town.
No.
Because that one will be okay. He doesn't need to pay them extremely good wages, but he should still pay good wages.
I'm sure.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
this is one of the most watched events in America.
It's
Exactly.
the wealthiest. I mean,
Exactly.
just look at the trailer.
look at the
If you
trailer.
look at the trailer, that thing had to have cost millions.
At least
Exactly.
$2 million. At
Millions.
least.
Yeah.
And also, it's like if you're good enough to be hired as a dancer for the
Super
Super
Bowl,
Bowl, then you already have had exposure. You don't need
Right.
more
Exactly.
exposure.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you're
Exactly.
already
It's true.
at that level. You're the creme de la creme. If you got the job, you should be getting paid adequate money.
It's insane. Again,
insane.
you know,
That's insane.
How much money they spend in a commercial for the Super Bowl? I think it's around $2 million.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
how you cannot spend one commercial, $1 million to pay the dancers,
Pay the dancers.
Yeah.
a fair wage, food, transportation, every single
stay.
hour, even bonuses. Like they deserve it. They
Of
are
course.
making you show
Yeah.
better.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's the thing I
Exactly.
wanted to bring up. Like, these 5 artists are just like incredible. But I'm sorry, Eminem doesn't dance.
Right.
I don't
Right.
think Dr. Dre dances.
No,
Right,
he doesn't.
No,
right.
I don't really think any of them dance. Maybe
No.
Mary does. I'm not sure.
Right.
But like the thing is like all of these people, their music is incredible. But in my opinion, to do a Super Bowl halftime show, they need the dancers to like
Absolutely.
make it.
to make a
Of
show.
course, to make
Yeah,
a
otherwise
show.
it's just some dude rapping on a stage. I mean,
And
it's
it-
not some dude
It's not
because
some
it's Dr.
dude.
Dre, but you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying.
Absolutely,
It is.
absolutely.
I mean,
it
this
takes your
is-
show to another level. It
This is
really
what
does.
LA Times put. This is way bigger than the Super Bowl. This is another example of the systematic problem in the dance industry,
Yep.
where we feel we are bullied to pony up by participating for exposure only, or face being blacklisted if we speak out. It's insane.
It's just disrespectful.
It's so disrespectful.
It's just so disrespectful.
Yeah.
It really is.
I mean, we put the same, like I keep saying we, because like we're all
We're
artists.
dancers.
We're all
dancers.
dancers.
So
we,
this
we
hits
get
home.
it.
This
It
hits
hits
home
home,
for
yeah.
us. This
It's
is
just-
our bread and butter. Like
Yeah.
this is what makes gives us our living, and so. Again, that's just unacceptable. It's
Okay.
unacceptable. I'm sorry for exposure to no.
No, they
that's
have the
just-
money. If they didn't have the money, I would be
Right.
like, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Maybe this is gonna be a show that later is gonna give you that.
Yeah.
Exactly,
But
but we're
this-
talking about the Super
the
Bowl.
Super Bowl.
We're talking about the
Come
Super
on,
Bowl.
Yeah.
People making $2 million in 1 hour.
Exactly,
Mm-hmm.
exactly,
Come
exactly.
on.
It doesn't add up. It really
No.
doesn't add up.
crazy.
It's not like it's like the local high school that needs you to do
That's
it
what
for
I'm
like
saying.
a charity
Exactly,
trade.
exactly.
And it's like they pay the football players. If the football players didn't get paid, they wouldn't show up.
There you
Exactly.
go. There you go.
They're just taking advantage of the fact that like most dancers will show up even when they have to do stuff for free, and it's time to change that. Honestly,
Yes,
Yeah.
now.
Like,
Now.
yeah.
No.
Immediately.
I hope that all this like attention like will change things
for
them.
sure, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
All right.
On,
That was
on
exciting.
another note, we want to congratulate Priyanka and Nick Jonas on their first baby via surrogate. It's so funny because we had watched their roast not too long ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yes, we
so,
did.
and remember
So
when
good.
she mentioned, I took a screenshot, guys. So give me a second. We are the only couple who doesn't have kids yet, which is why I'm excited to make this announcement. And remember, he was just like, he was like acting like, and then she's like, Nick and I are expecting to get drunk tonight and sleep in tomorrow. Remember the roast, guys?
Yeah, that was so funny.
So I think that was like low key her announcement
Low
right
key,
there,
high
and
key.
and none of us, really put 2 and 2 together. But we're very happy for them. It's so nice that they kept this private because they're very public people. They're very successful people. They're in everything. And so to keep that to themselves, it's nice because at the end of the day, they're regular human beings that
have to
want to have a
ask-
family.
a blonde question. But when you have a baby via surrogate, does
Yes.
that mean it's
It's
the
fully.
it's the mom's egg and the dad's?
Yes.
Absolutely.
So it's like
It's your baby.
yours.
It's full.
It's just
someone
your
being a
carrying
vessel.
someone else's.
I don't want to say that, like,
Yeah.
but they're like
Right.
literally
someone.
carrying
Yeah,
the baby.
li-
Okay.
yeah, they're just being the oven. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. But
I
it's
thought
fully
that's
your
what it
baby.
was, but
no, it's fully your baby. It is fully your baby.
Okay, okay.
Yes. It's amazing. It's
That's
amazing.
awesome.
And you know what's so funny? All the Joe Bros have daughters. I have a feeling they planned this, and like years from now, they're all gonna like the girls are gonna make a girl band. Like, watch this happen, guys. Like in the
my
next
God.
20
That's
years,
awesome.
like the girls, the cousins,
Oh
all
my
become a girl
God,
band.
that'd be so
That'd
funny.
be so cute.
The
legacy
Jonas
continues.
sisters.
The legacy continues. Like, that'd be hilarious. I don't know. Watch out. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see
Yeah.
how that goes.
That's actually a cute idea.
It is very cute. How do you guys feel about the? I don't.
Surrogacy?
Yeah, I don't want to pronounce it.
Surrogacy, I mean, if you have the money,
Go for
go
it.
for it. Go for it. For you not to have the pain, the contractions, the hormonal imbalance,
yeah,
to avoid all that pain, sign me up, ladies and gentlemen. Sign me up.
But at the same time, isn't no. I mean, I don't know because I'm never gonna have the feeling.
Right.
But don't you want to miss the
I
feeling
was
of
just
being
gonna say
pregnant?
that. Part of me is like, but I would want to
have that connection with your child.
Yeah.
There was actually there was actually an episode way back with Kim and having her first child with via surrogacy, Chicago. And she was like, I was very hesitant because I really thought I wasn't going to have that same connection like as I have with my other two that I had naturally. And so that's the biggest question that a lot of mothers have. But honestly, it's your child. Once you see your child, you're going to automatically have the connection. Again, when you carry your child, it's different.
It's
the
different.
Experience, of course, you're carrying yourself. You're going to, but at the end of the day, it's your child. It's your child. Like it's,
I think they can. I thought I've also heard like you can. Obviously, they probably don't all do this, but I think like if you have a very like close relationship with the surrogate, you can do like bonding things where like like you can do a session where you like have your hand on the stomach or like do stuff like that to like help emotionally bond, like even though the baby is not in your stomach.
Exactly.
My guess with her maybe is because she's like, isn't she 39 or 40?
But she's also, these people are so busy that they are not doing it because they don't have the time for do it. They don't want to do it. They just don't have the time. They have to keep producing.
It could be that, but it could also be like they do say sometimes, like when you
cannot
hit
have
like the
it,
40 range, it can
High-risk
be harder.
pregnancy.
So like it could be for that. It could just be because she wants to keep her movie star bod. Like we don't know. Who knows? But props to them. I think it would be so hard as the surrogate mother to not be like bragging about it. Like I'm carrying a Jonas baby.
right. Exactly.
No, usually those people have so many non-disclosure.
No, they have
no, they totally do. But I think inside your mind, you would always be internally screaming, "I'm lucky. I got and baby Jonas."
Exactly. But hey,
I mean, I still don't know. I still want to know who Cristiano Ronaldo mom is, like his first son.
I heard it was a server in a restaurant.
Same in New York City.
But like I don't think we'll ever find out.
No, never.
That will be a biggest mystery.
Yeah.
But it's
but that's what makes it exciting.
I know.
We don't know.
Who is it?
Someday we'll find out. Maybe.
Right?
Maybe.
No.
Yeah.
Interesting. You wanted to share something with us, guys? What was the next topic we had?
Did you want to talk about this scientific thing, or do you want to do the other thing we discussed? It sounds so secretive.
Go for it.
So some of you may or may not know that very recently, there was the first human to ever receive a genetically modified pig heart. So the man, his name is David.
Pig heart?
Yes.
Oh,
so
you heard right.
like successfully done pig transplant, like so a pig heart in a human body. So the guy's name is David Bennett Jr. I think he's 57.
Young.
Yeah.
Young.
Yeah.
57.
But I could be wrong about my age.
Okay.
But I think that's what I read earlier. But he has a terminal heart disease, and he actually couldn't qualify to go on the waiting list for a heart. So I guess the waiting list for a human heart in just the United States alone, there's around 106,000 people who need a heart.
Insane.
Wow.
And like really sad, like around 17 people die every single day waiting for a heart. So he wasn't even on the waiting list of the 106,000 people because the reason for that is like he had a really bad like history of like medical history of not going to the doctor, not taking his prescription.
Wasn't he also
I'm gonna get to that.
Okay.
I read your mind.
Okay, I was just gonna
So yeah, he couldn't be on there for that, and so the doctor was like, "You're basically at death's door. Do you want to try this extremely controversial experimental surgery where we're gonna put a pig heart in you?" And he was like, "What do I have to lose?" So he did it, and it was successful. And then to make the story even more crazy, this woman heard about what happened with this man receiving this heart, and she's like, "That's so messed up. This guy actually stabbed my brother 7 times in 1988 and paralyzed her brother, like, for life."
That is insane.
Yeah, and so then she was saying, like, it's really making me and my family upset that he's, like, being, like exalted as being this pioneer for like medical like advancement. And meanwhile, she was like, "What? Why does he get a second chance, like a second chance at life?" So it brings up all this like ethical stuff.
That went 180. I was not expecting it.
And then you go,
Yeah, but like I guess medically, like the medical law, it doesn't. You can qualify for a heart even if you're a criminal. They don't judge against that.
Got it,
So
got
it was
got it.
actually what they care about is that like you prove that you are gonna treat your new heart well, because
Right.
there's so many people that need a heart.
Exactly.
So that's leading
They're always
me.
going to give it to
Oh, wait,
young
wait,
and
wait.
healthy
Let's-
candidates.
I wanna-
Okay. Yeah.
Because I understand the woman having that problem because
Right.
she has relation with him on a first to first basis, right? Because she
Right.
knew him, she
Yeah,
knew
yeah.
the damage he committed. But let's think about it at the scientific side of it. You, as a normal person, having heart problems, you are not going to go to the doctor and be like, yes, I want to be the first one to be I beat the experiment. Yes, some people will do because regardless they're going to die.
Yeah.
But I feel like because this guy has all these things being prosecuted and everything, even if he dies, it's not like, okay, he deserved what he needed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think she
Yeah.
cared less about, for her, it was personal, like you said. She cared less about, like, how do I say it? What she was upset about was her brother's life was cut short by him being a bad person for stabbing him and kind of ruining his life, honestly. And that, like, even though he was at death's door, like, she's just like, why does he get a second chance? I don't know. It's very interesting, but you know, I mean, all that happened a long time ago, and again, he didn't take a human heart from anyone, and he, you know, he did take the first leap
It's
into
the
this
first
like
leap of
new
hope.
thing.
Because if it doesn't work, you die.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
So
they
there's
say.
your punishment, right? And if he lives, then maybe that can, all the 100,000 people who need a heart can get it with a pig too.
Now the question is, God forbid you would ever be in that situation. Would you receive a pig's heart? Would you go through that? Would you follow
I feel
through
like
with that?
if I was already gonna die and I couldn't get the human heart,
would
I would
do
do
that as
You
it.
would do it. You would do it.
You have nothing left.
You have
to
nothing else to
lose.
do.
I mean, that's a good way to put it, but it's just strange.
It
It's
is
just
weird.
strange.
It is weird. Keep
It's
in mind,
really
it's a
strange.
genetically modified
Modified
pig heart,
pig
so
heart.
it's not just like
A big heart.
the bacon in the front yard. But then this again ties into another crazy story, which is a lot more tragic. But there's another guy in Boston who is only 31 years old, and yesterday he
So
was
young.
denied a human heart transplant. He was next in line on the list, and the hospital denied him because he doesn't have his COVID vaccine.
Wow.
Of course, this is causing controversy, but like there's two sides to the story. Essentially, the hospital like legally has this right, and according to their statement, basically, again, it goes back to this, like if you receive one of those much needed human hearts, like you have to be a viable person to take it. And so after you have the transplant surgery, your immune system is so weak that if you get a common cold, like you're done. And so they're not willing to give a heart when there's all these other people that need it, if there's a chance that you could get COVID or a cold or whatever.
Right. It kind of makes the whole procedure like, was it even worth it?
But then like the guy is saying that the reason he didn't want to get it was because he is afraid of getting some inflammation in the heart, I believe, which is like a side effect of the COVID vaccine, although they say that it's like a really rare and sometimes temporary thing. But the doctors are just saying like that's how it is, and it's really sad because he's 31 and he has 2 kids and a wife, and 2 kids and a baby on the way. It's just so tragic, and so I mean
that
it's
is
just
so sad.
so sad.
It's really sad.
It's so sad and so
It's so sad.
controversial,
It
and it's
really
so sad that it becomes political.
Yes. Yes.
Because it shouldn't be, you
It
know?
shouldn't be.
It should just be like, oh, either get it or don't get it, but this is what's going to save your life or no. No, like, because you're going to get it, you're going to get a chip or something, you know, all these crazy things. It's like, come on, like, no.
Right.
But I guess like at the end of the day, they just have to weigh it because like the next person in line, like maybe does have the vaccine or whatever. And so then it's like, do we give it to the guy who might not make it, or do we give it to the guy who will make it?
Yeah.
And so
wow.
So hard.
that's
I'm
hard.
just glad I'm not like a doctor.
Right.
But I mean,
It is
just
definitely-
sending prayers and positive thoughts that guy's way, and hopefully something good will happen.
will come out of it.
And
Yes.
But
Yeah.
thinking about this whole big thing and things, have you guys seen when people can grow an ear?
What?
What?
I saw it once in a
That's
in a
weird.
show or something
An
like
ear.
yeah, like because the cartilage, I don't know how to call it in English.
Cartilage.
Yeah.
You can replicate it and then it just grows up like a full
So
ear.
do you start listening? Like,
No. Like,
you're like, hello.
come on.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
No, it's like then they cut it out and then they will replace it. But it's insane.
That's
They can do
weird,
so
but
many
cool.
crazy shit
Yeah.
right now.
So crazy.
What? So
Yeah.
insane.
I
Oh
mean-
my goodness.
Yeah.
I was also hearing something. One of these companies, it's kind of like Moderna or something like that they were working on an aging thing and like they were so close, but the valuation of the company went to the sky because if they do it, they literally can make you look young forever.
Whoa.
So it's like,
sign me up.
I'm the first in line. Put
that's
me
what I
on
mean.
that
So
list.
they knew that the second this thing goes up,
Oh, forget
That's
it.
it.
Oh, forget
That's
it.
it.
Yeah.
it's
Forget
insane
it.
what they're gonna do in the next.
What?
Well,
That's
if we have
crazy.
where to live, but that's another topic. Let's
That's
go.
for another
We're going dark
topic.
here. We're going dark. We need to
Right.
get some good vibes going again. What do we
Alrighty,
got?
I can definitely change the mood. There's this guy in North Carolina. He won the Mega Millions. Congratulations, $4 million. And guess how
4 million.
Guess how he won it? He got the numbers of the back of his fortune cookie, used those numbers, and won the
This is
jackpot.
so epic.
Who would have
Insane.
It was
thought?
meant to be.
That's
It was
insane.
meant to be. Those lucky numbers, ladies and gentlemen, don't throw them out and use them. You'll never know. It could be
Yeah.
you next time.
What are the odds?
What are the odds?
It's
That's what
insane.
makes
What
you
are the odds?
believe in like luck.
Yes,
you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Just when you lose faith, like you hear a story like that, and you're like, it's
I gotta eat
true.
Chinese more
Yeah.
often.
Yeah.
I mean, $4 million.
Oh
After tax, you still get 2.2 probably, but still.
Wow.
but
Your life has
still,
changed.
yeah.
Your life
$2
has
million
changed. Your life has changed.
No. Yeah.
Even
Wow.
if we get 100K, it's gonna be like,
Exactly. Exactly.
wow.
Isn't that
That's
amazing?
crazy.
Isn't that amazing?
I still, it doesn't, it's like, oh yeah, I got a cookie. I'm gonna go these numbers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I get one and I
exactly.
throw the little paper out. I'm like,
Exactly.
all right, done.
Yes, this they say your luck will be better in the next year.
I know, I'm like,
Yeah.
trash.
I feel like everyone's gonna like go buy fortune cookies now.
No.
Yeah, honestly.
Go to
honestly.
go to your local Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're gonna be sold out of like the fortune cookies.
On another note, this was a weird story that happened this week in a random community in Texas. A Texas woman was arrested for attempting to buy a child at Walmart. Okay,
What the hell?
let me explain.
Yeah, explain.
Is there a way to explain that?
Let me explain. A Texas woman offered $500,000 to another woman at
Wow.
Walmart to exchange her child while standing at line at the self-checkout line.
Wait, to exchange her child?
Yes, in exchange for her child. She insisted $500,000 to the woman and was like, "Here, I want to have an exchange, like your child, this money." Like,
Wait. She wanted to take the other woman's child.
Correct,
Okay, I thought you were saying
correct.
she was trying to sell her child to Walmart for $500,000.
No. No, yeah.
Yeah, see, you were confused
See,
too,
I
right?
was confused too.
No.
She was trying to buy the baby.
She was
Damn,
trying to
this
buy
must have been a good-looking
child.
baby.
I know, like,
At first, the woman in line was like laughing it out, like, oh, as a joke, like, oh,
Like,
like
yeah,
I
it's
guess
cute.
my child, like my child's
anyone
cute.
would laugh this
right,
out.
right, because like, oh, you know, my child's cute, of course, as a
You
mother.
might have some like twisted humor, but ha ha ha.
But,
Like,
exactly.
but then no, this woman was being dead ass, like let me pay you, and was like, and then the woman, of course, got frightened, and this woman was later arrested by the
Wait. I have to pause you. Like,
Of
did
course.
she pull out like a wad of cash? Like,
I
was
don't
she
know.
like, do you accept debit cards?
No,
like,
I don't know. Those
you
details
grab
weren't. Those
checks?
details weren't
Okay,
said.
wow.
But
That is,
first of all, why would you want to buy a child? That's not yours.
Why don't you just
Exactly.
adopt a
That's
child?
the first
I
thing.
mean,
that's
that's-
the first thing.
Yes, adopt
At a Walmart.
at a Walmart.
It would happen at a Walmart.
It's those Walmarts.
It's those Walmarts.
It's those Walmarts.
It's those Walmarts.
The place where you get children and you die. It's great.
It's
she,
those Walmarts.
she probably cannot adopt because she's psycho or something. If
Yeah.
she can do
Clearly.
something like this, even
Yeah.
though you have
Clearly.
the money to do it, it doesn't mean you are the right person to do it.
Yeah, and
Bingo.
she maybe not. She
Bingo.
maybe. I can't talk. She might not have even had the $500,000 either. She
exactly.
could be in another
That
planet.
could-
for all we
Literally.
know.
Yes, that could be also
Literally.
too.
True.
Literally.
But
wow.
that being said, props to her at the same time for not just like abducting a child, kidnapping. At least she asked. She asked. Like, it could be worse. It could be worse.
It could be worse.
She
It
could
could
have
be.
just snatched that baby and ran.
and
like,
ran.
True.
you know.
Very true. Anyways,
She asked and she offered
watch
to
your
pay.
babies at Walmart, guys. Keep them close to y'all.
Yeah, keep them on their leashes.
Yeah, literally, literally,
Literally.
literally.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
That is-
no, it's insane. It's insane.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Can you imagine when that baby grows up and like they
Hears
bring
the
their
story.
like partner over for dinner and like the
And the
parents are
mom-
like, ha ha, remember when that lady tried to buy you for $500,000?
Insane.
The Christmas stories you would get out of that.
Insane. Insane.
It's too
insane.
good.
Literally crazy. Literally
Oh,
crazy,
man.
right? Oh, crazy, crazy.
Yeah.
Now, on another controversial topic, if we have viewers that are familiar with TikTok, go follow us, by the way. There's these famous TikTokers, you might know them, Jack and Sienna. Jack from the Hype House. I mean, it's so big. It's been going on for the past like 8 months. So, brief recap. Jack and Sienna were both, actually, they knew each other before TikTok. They were
For being famous.
Yes. They knew of each other. And so, Jack, once he started TikTok and got into the Hype House, making content and whatever, Sienna later joins TikTok and becomes famous herself, big herself. And so the filming of behind the scenes of the Netflix
The Hype Show?
The Hype Show starts filming last year. And so people naturally assume that Sienna and Jack were a couple, actually.
Yeah,
they
like,
would always do videos
They would
together.
always do videos like a couple. They would look
Yeah.
like a couple.
Yeah.
So.
And so people were just convinced, oh, they're a cute couple. They're just a TikTok couple. And so later on, a fast forward, at this couple days ago, Jack comes out with what Sienna did to me. And so
Well, I think prior to that, there was like things of like, she came out with the video, and then that's why he came out with that video specifically.
yes, it's true. It's
Wait,
true.
so what was her video about?
Not claiming that she did any of
Like it was like I didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything to him.
He's making all of this up. Like I
But I
love
thought
him
you
so much.
said that she made the video first, though,
She made the video first.
because people were saying it,
Right.
but
Well,
nobody had
no.
like okay.
Right.
Anyway.
Recap.
Like
go
I'm just
back.
I'm confused. I'm trying to get it straight.
A video leaked out
Okay.
one night when he was like sitting on a couch and apparently like sleeping, and she was like,
taking
top of
advantage
him.
of him.
yeah.
Okay.
And there were so many things like,
But in
well,
the video-
everyone thought they were dating, so it's like, what's the problem? Like they're dating, like it's okay if they touch each other. And then that's when it all started, and then
Yeah.
I don't know, it was just crazy.
In the video, you cannot see shit.
It's horrible. It's like
Quality.
all blurry. You can't
Yeah,
see. You don't
and it's very
notice things.
short and it's
like
very
like
fast,
we
it's
just said
quick.
in the beginning of when we first saw them on TikTok, everyone thought they were
Together.
Right.
Weren't,
right.
Like,
So
didn't they
you
even
don't think
sometimes like
much.
make out in their TikTok videos, like or kiss and stuff?
Apparently they would just Sienna and Jack would claim that they would share a kiss, but other than that, it was nothing more. They were just friends, really good and close friends.
I'm sorry, but I don't make out with my friends.
That's what I just, no, you don't. You don't.
Right?
You guys want to make out? Come closer.
There you go. Right? So, okay.
Okay,
The
that's
thing
the
that
story.
makes
Okay.
this a big deal is that Jack waited until Sienna turned 18 to post this video 8 months later. So that she can get charged as an adult. Now, Sienna claims that he only liked her when he needed views and likes and followers. She addresses the fact that she's still learning from her mistakes and going to therapy while simultaneously uploading a dance video on YouTube and making statements like, I'm not apologizing for anything that I didn't do. And she wants this madness to end. Jack, on the other hand, is being very vulnerable about his experience with Sienna, and he's expressing his pain. We don't condone sexual abuse here or any type of abuse here, but there's always two sides of a story. And they're very young. So this was what makes this topic very, very confusing. She's lost thousands upon thousands of followers. She's the target here.
Right.
She's the enemy. She's the abuser here, and she makes her look crazy. She feels like she's been used, and he feels like he feels like he's been used as well.
Used, yeah.
So it's just very toxic.
Well, you said that because I read that really long letter that she recently posted, and I watched his video.
Right.
That's all I know. I haven't seen. I'm not on TikTok. I haven't, except for our podcast. I haven't followed any of the story, so I'm kind of completely in the dark about it, except for what I've heard from you guys and reading those two things and watching that video. But you said that he was waited for her to be 18 to press charges, but I thought in her letter she said so far he doesn't have any lawyers involved, he hasn't pressed charges. I swear I thought I read that, so now I'm confused. Is he actually pressing charges?
Yes, now he is.
Now he is.
But she did this when she was a minor, so he waited until she was 18 to
bring this to light.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's so confusing. And it's because you see her side, you see his side, and then I don't know. There was this thing. It was she took off my clothes, and then it was I didn't want to have sex, and I'm just
in his video.
Yeah, in his video, and it's
Well,
when you're so young.
Let's start with the video, because here is how I went into it. We're living in a time when we really want to stand up and protect people who usually haven't had a voice in whatever area it is. And so I went into it being okay, Ashley, don't let your subconscious be it's a guy, he has no right to claim sexual abuse or anything. That's how I went into it. I was I'm not just gonna go for the girl because I'm a girl.
Right. Naturally. Yeah.
Even telling myself that and everything, and from not knowing, from not having followed them forever and ever. I felt first of all, he had jump cuts right away, in his video. It was
edits.
cut. And his first two sentences, and to me, if you're telling the truth about something or you're genuinely feeling a certain way, you wouldn't need to edit every other word that you say.
True.
That really immediately I was whoa.
Red flag.
To me screams fake, because I'm not saying he wasn't whatever he was, but if you have to put a video about your raw feelings and how you feel, why would you have to cut it?
Yeah, it should be raw.
During the full video. I couldn't even finish it because I was the first 2 seconds. I remember that I was going to play it. I played it 2 seconds. I was this is fake. Why would you have to cut a video about you being vulnerable, about you hearing, letting people
being hurt,
being hurt?
Yeah.
It's fake. I'm sorry, but whatever. I don't believe you. I think it's bullshit.
Right. It's interesting.
I don't want to take anybody's
he
side.
lacked emotion, and I know some people are very good at being detached, so I'm not saying that he doesn't feel pain, because he very well could, but if you're just watching it as a random person, I didn't feel he didn't look upset. His voice didn't change, the tone of voice. Nothing to me indicated it sounded to me like he was talking about what he ate for dinner, honestly. And he was just kept repeating the same things over and over. And then just my final take on it at the end of the day was just regardless of what happened, if this really did happen, then why are you guys talking about it over
On
TikTok,
social
on
media.
social media?
Right.
You guys should be handling this privately
Private.
with
Yeah.
lawyers. And I think that's another thing that takes out the realness for me, because I'm like, if this is a real
Issue.
problem thing, then why are you airing your dirty laundry for
Yeah.
everyone to see? It's nobody's
Right.
business.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, if you are so hurt and you are so, how do you say, this takes away from the real people who are being raped, from the real people who are being sexual assaulted.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
Because-
Yeah.
I mean, if a girl is doing something like that, she's gonna be so shy because she feels like somebody else is taking that away from her, taking her power or something.
Yeah.
This guy, "Ay," and then she was like, I don't know, I don't believe anything
Yeah.
he was
Like,
saying.
yeah, like I
Well,
was saying.
And
yeah.
again, you know, something might have happened between them. I don't know. They were
Yeah.
also kids,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
They were kids.
Like,
and by the extent people are treating her like she was the worst. How do you say? The biggest raper of the world.
Right,
Like
right.
she's being categorized as what is his name? Jeffrey Epstein, who actually raped probably millions of girls.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like, why are you putting these two people at the same time? She was
Yeah.
probably not even touching him, by all we know. Why is this guy passing out when he's not even 18?
Exactly. Like,
Was
let's
he
start
doing
with that.
what? Drugs to be hallucinating? He
Yeah.
hallucinated somebody was touching him? I mean,
Yeah.
to be honest, I don't know. It's taken away from the real problems.
From the real problems. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Leave your comments below about this situation. It's very conflicting. It's huge. It happened 3 days ago. There's a lot of mixed emotions about this. I mean, there's a lot of people rooting for Jack. A lot. And Sienna is the bad guy in this story. At the end of the day, the real talk is, if you're ever going through any type of abuse, sexual, emotional, verbal, any type of abuse, never feel ashamed of it and never feel that you're ever going through this alone. Seek help. Always go talk to anybody, even if it's someone that you don't know. If you feel more comfortable, get that help. So that's, at the end of the day, let's end with that. This is for any of our viewers that you're listening. You're never alone.
Right.
Go get that help.
I agree with you.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
On a different note,
Yes.
what was something else that we wanted to mention to our viewers today?
Well, do we want to talk about the Kim K sex tape, or are we over Kim K?
We mentioned her quite a
We
few
do.
times.
We talk about her every episode. Now I feel like I have to bring it up because I just said
You
it.
just said it.
Let's
But-
just do it,
okay,
guys.
I'll try to say it as fast as I can. So Kanye West has since done an interview in which he claimed that at one point Kim K had a part 2 of her sex tape that was in the possession of Ray J. Well, actually, it was Ray J's manager. I think his name is Whack 100 or something. So,
What?
Whack
That
100.
name.
so I think I should just I wrote it down. Let me just make sure that that's what his name is.
Yeah, let's see.
Let's see. Yeah, Whack 100. So the former manager of Ray J, he reached out to Kanye and said, "Dude, I got part 2 of your wifey's sex tape. If you want it, consider it a gift from me." So Kanye said that he took a red eye to go pick up the laptop from Whack 100. And apparently Whack 100 said, "We'd love for you to have it. It'd be a great personal private NFT." Ha ha ha. Like he literally said that.
No.
But anyways, Kim's attorney has denied all of these allegations. According to Kim and her attorney, there is no part 2. Kanye's just saying this. Again, don't know who to believe.
Right.
But it's just like, when are we going to see the end of the sex tape scandal?
Part 1 or part
And
2? I
also,
mean,
it's
doesn't
like,
matter at this
Kanye
point.
keeps saying he
Jeez.
wants Kim back, but then he does shit like that.
Right.
And I'm like, sorry, but that's not going to get your girl back.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
anyways, that's that.
No, that reminded me of a segment that I watched Andy Cohen in the Bravo show, and Andy asked Kim, "What is the most embarrassing thing that you have to mention to your kids or talk about with your kids?" And she jokingly said, "Well, everybody knows mine," and obviously referring to why she even got famous.
Yep.
And so, and she just said, like, "Listen, I have to just be honest with them and tell them how it is. I mean, What else am I gonna do? But this is the thing. At that moment in time, she never thought that she was gonna have a family and have to explain this to her kids. That's embarrassing. That's really embarrassing.
The story is don't record your sex acts and always ask for consent.
That's the moral of the story, guys. Well, on a different
the thing is that you never know if the guy is recording you without you knowing.
Without you knowing.
Yeah.
True.
Or the girl. I mean, in this damn age, you don't know who has a camera in the middle of. And right now, the cameras are also so good and so small.
Yeah, you could put it in a teddy bear and no one would know.
Not even in a teddy bear. You can put it in the middle and you're never gonna know that it's there.
Yeah, that's so creepy.
It's creepy. So creepy.
It's
I don't know about that.
So crazy.
Insane.
Crazy. Oh, this is actually exciting news, guys. This is actually exciting news. I'm telling you, we're all over the place today. I mean, there's so much has happened. It's crazy. Yeah. But first look of Sofia Vergara as Griselda Blanco in this Netflix series that she's been working on for 8 years, guys. She's also executive producer of this project. So she's in front of the lens and behind the lens. There you go. A little backstory on Miss Blanco, first woman to become billionaire with the Medellin cartel, infamous for her role with narcotics. So when we saw the picture with Sofia, she had a lot of prosthetics. It's a new look for her. She has the nose, the neck. Unrecognizable.
Yeah.
Unrecognizable. It's so nice to see her in a different role, in a dark and serious role. We're so used to Modern Family, Sofia Vergara.
Portraying the dumb Colombian.
Exactly.
Well, so with the prosthetics, is she still attractive? She just looks different.
No.
So because I don't know what Griselda Blanco looks like.
If you see her, you're gonna be like, is that Sofia Vergara?
No, it doesn't look like her.
So it's kind of like when Charlize Theron did Monster. Like they totally changed the way she looked, and she won the Academy Award or Oscar or something for her role. I mean, maybe this is gonna be her award-winning moment.
Maybe
this is it.
It looks insane. Like, I was like, wow.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Happy Halloween, everybody. I love that line from Modern Family.
The cast is a full Latino cast representation. We love it. Like I said, 8 years in the making. It's 6 episodes. The release date hasn't been announced just yet. They're thinking late 2022 or early 23. But we're excited to see her. We're excited to see her as as an artist, her versatility and how she can play this role.
Well, and Miss Blanco was not a very nice lady, was she?
Nope. I can tell you that much.
Very, very criminal.
Yes, exactly.
Really
so that would be very interesting to see her in a dark role like that. So we're excited. We're excited for that.
Yeah.
Okay, I have 2 little tiny things. I have 2 little things that are separated into things about, like a fun fact and things about the day.
Okay,
cool.
yes.
So we have thought of the day. And it's a little quote from Albert Einstein. And it says, anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new.
Ooh,
that's
good.
That's a really
that
good
is
one.
clever.
Yeah.
That's very good.
That's clever.
Let's go for the random fact of the day.
Yeah, let's hear this.
When he was 17, Elon Musk lived off $1 a day for a month to see if he would ever be able to make it as an entrepreneur.
But what did he eat?
He lived on $1 a day?
$1 a day.
Was it ramen?
Maybe. He was
$1
17.
Ramen's
$1.
gas.
What, 30 years ago? $1 probably was a little bit more than what it is
Probably
right
also
now.
he maybe was living at home still because
Yeah, who knows?
I don't know what you would eat for $1 a day.
But still, it's kind of like the thing that when you are creating your own business,
Yeah.
it takes.
You gotta start.
It takes.
Yeah.
It takes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this one is kind of like a little bit of interaction. So, is there a place that you have been to? I'm having such a hard time reading this.
No, you're good.
You're good.
Take your time.
Okay. Is there a place you have been to you never want to go again?
Is there a place I've been to that I never want to go again?
Yes. Immediately can think of 2.
Really? Say.
Please share.
My sister and I went to Vegas and we drove, and I can't remember why we had a U-Haul. I think we were moving her husband's stuff from like boot camp or something back to Oregon, but we stopped in Vegas and that part was fun. But then like, I don't know if you've ever driven through Nevada, but there's some like nothingness. Like there's like nothing and it's just like grassy, brown.
Deserted.
Literally. Like you don't see anyone or anything. Wow. And then there's these random like little villages. Like you can't even call it like a town. Like it'll just be like a place where there's like
ghost town.
Yeah, it's like literally a ghost town. And I hate clowns like so much. They freak me out so much. And for some reason, one of these little village places, there was not a single soul. There was like an empty gas station and like two houses that looked like they were abandoned. And then there was a hotel and it was like clown themed. Everything was clowns. And I looked around me and I was like, there's no one. I see no one. All I see is clowns in the middle of nowhere. I was just freaking out. And then, of course, I was like, this is like a horror movie. Like, what if the car stops? What if we get stuck here? I was like, this is like Saw 10. Like, no. Anyways, I never want to go there.
Never
ever again.
Go there.
Never
Wow,
ever.
clowns.
No.
You're scared of clowns.
Wow. So
that sounds scary.
One.
That sounds, ooh.
Do you guys have any place?
The first thing that came to my mind is this is actually comical. This is way back in the day. It's like around 11 years old. And I did a summer intensive, like a summer camp in Orlando, Florida. And so one weekend, my parents and my sister came to visit me, and we wanted to go out to eat. And so we went to this random...
Okay, yeah, this story is hilarious.
It's comical, but I don't want to go back there, and you'll hear why. So we ordered food in this random place, and it was late. It was pretty late, so it was like the only thing open, to be quite honest with you. And so we ordered, right? And it wasn't until after we ordered that we were literally looking at what we're ordering, and we're like, you know what? This doesn't look appetizing. This doesn't look good at all. Have you ever been through that embarrassment in your life where you order the food and then you second guess what the heck you're ordering? So we're in the cashier about to pay because we ordered. It wasn't like one dish. No, we're
like
ordering
a family of
like a family
so, like, you
of
order
family
at the counter
feast.
kind of place, or is this like
you go up to the counter. But it wasn't until we're like, shoot, this don't look too good. I don't think I'm gonna eat this. The embarrassment. So one by one, this is how it starts. My mom's like, you know what? I forgot something in the car. Let me go back.
I go with my mom.
And so my sister joins her. And I said, what the hell's going on? And so my dad was like, you know what? Let me see. I think your mom needs my help. Let me go. And then it's my turn, right? I'm like, oh, this is how we're going to do it now.
So you were they left you in the dust.
Yes. My own parents did this to me. And so I was like, you know what? I'm a kid. Let me go with my family, and we're gonna be right back. We're gonna be right. And those poor people serving the food, getting the things together,
so sad.
And the embarrassment that we.
All you see is just a car drive by. It's us.
So I don't know where this
is located. Did you guys pay for this? Oh my God, that's so scandalous.
Those people are like packing that up.
What kind of food was it? Jesus, it's like pork liver or something.
I don't know. I don't.
To
this day, I've blocked that out of my mind because we drove so fast. So I never want to go back to that corner, that street of that restaurant ever in my life. The embarrassment that we went through as a family. Don't do that, guys.
So bad.
Don't do that. I mean, I'm sure we're not the only people that have ever done that, but that was embarrassing. Don't do that, guys.
Oh my goodness.
How embarrassing.
So funny.
Never want to go there.
Must have looked some foulness.
I don't know. For us to have done that, that's crazy. That's crazy.
So
you know
bad.
it's bad. You know it's bad. When you second guess, you know it's bad. You know it's bad.
It's fine.
Crazy.
Any spots that you think you want to go back?
I don't know. I've been trying to think of a place, but like something that came to my mind was maybe Minnesota. But when I think about it, I'm like, it probably because I didn't love it because it was so freaking cold.
It's no joke.
But
no joke.
I feel like I probably will go again to try to see it. Maybe if it's a different experience.
Right.
Go in the summer.
So I don't know if it's really valid, to say that I will never go there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I don't know why I cannot think of a place.
That's so funny.
And I'm like on the spot.
Yes.
I
like,
can think of so many places.
Really?
So many. Like,
so
I
many
remember this
places.
hotel in California. My cousin and I were doing a road trip. And, like, we were on a budget.
I know what
but
you
we
mean,
weren't
yeah.
really that cheap. I think it was just, like, we were exhausted. We had driven, like, 10 hours or something.
know.
And, like, we found this, like, random hole-in-the-wall hotel. And, like, it literally was, quote, a hole in the wall. Like, when we get in the room, there was, like, holes in the wall. And they were stuffed with toilet paper. The toilet didn't flush. It had somebody else's dot in it.
No.
And, like, the
no.
sink faucet, like, when you turn it on, brown water came out.
No.
I, like, picked up the corner of the bed, and I saw, like, hair. And we ended up sleeping in the car. We were like, no way.
Of course.
No way in hell am I staying in this hotel room. No way in hell.
Oh my gosh.
That's hilarious.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
That is worse, yeah.
Terrible. Terrible.
Gosh.
I have so many.
I
It'll all
can tell.
take like hours telling all of my
I
stories.
can tell, yeah. I feel like for me it's so hard. I feel like now that you say that, I feel like the only place that maybe we will never go is that hotel we also went in Portland.
Oh God, yeah, that
The-
place was.
Yeah, one night we got to Portland so late because I think our plane got delayed or something. So
Yeah.
we had to sleep there. Like there was no way we were gonna drive back or anything.
Okay.
So we just found this hotel because it was
Oh,
the
I have
only
another
thing
place.
open.
No, I know. I was just thinking. Keep going.
Have you guys stayed there?
I was gonna say it.
Just say
go.
it. Only thing open in the middle of the night. We went back there. We knocked into the what is it called?
The lobby, like the
lobby
hotel
area.
lobby,
Yeah, the
yeah.
hotel lobby. Nobody was there
No,
for like
We were like,
40
hello?
minutes. We were like,
Hello?
hello.
That's the worst.
that's the
That's the
worst.
worst.
Then
That's
somebody
awful.
finally came and they were like, okay, we have this room, whatever. So then we are back walking to our room, and then I see kind of like something running,
Running
and I was like,
4 feet.
and I was like, that is a mouse.
Oh, hell no.
No,
That's no.
no.
Rodents? Rodents? That's
And
where I
then-
draw the line. That's
When-
where I draw the
when
line.
we kept going, I was like, yep.
That's
we
where
ne-
I draw the line, ladies and gentlemen.
We needed to sleep.
Rodents.
Thank God it was in the second floor and everything,
Okay.
so it was okay. Nothing was inside, but you can tell that place.
It was. But it still wasn't as bad
As
as the
bad as
place I
what-
stayed in California.
Yes.
No, that's bad.
It still
That's
wasn't.
bad.
That's
Yeah.
bad.
No.
This one?
So yeah,
This
this one's
This one's not that long ago, actually.
yeah, not that
Oh,
long
really?
ago. So we took a trip to New York,
my
our
birthday.
family, right? You know, prior to the trip, my mom is like super picky about like hotels. Like she
Super.
likes it like clean and whatnot. So
5
you know,
stars and above.
she picks this hotel and 5 stars. Chelsea, perfect. Let's go.
Chelsea, New York.
We get there, we arrive.
Yeah.
The second we like step foot, it's like, how was it?
That place stank.
It-
That place stank. I said, are we even the right place? Because I kept looking up. I was like, this can't be. This
What did
cannot
what
be.
did it smell like?
Bootyhole.com. so bad. So bad. I was in disbelief. I said, what? And we were going to stay there for like 4 nights.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the
Wait.
4 of us, we were just like we couldn't
we were
believe
like,
it.
and we could not believe it.
There was
4
like
nights.
hair on the wall.
There
Like, it was
was
so
my mother
bad.
did the biggest complaint. She was like, "There's human feces
There's
on the
human
wall."
feces. And she's like, I'm gonna get sick. It was
I know it was horrible. It
So
was
did you
horrible.
guys get a-
This is the thing. This is the thing. We took a flight. We got there. None of us used the bathroom. We went out to eat. We came back to the hotel. My sister was terrified. She slept with my parents. She's like, I can't sleep in this bed.
we slept with the lights on, and I was
slept
literally like this,
Yes.
like
we slept in the same clothes that we traveled in. That's when you know it's bad.
That's
Like,
when
you
you
don't
know
even
it's
want to
So you
change.
guys ended up staying there. the
One
full
night.
night.
This is the thing. The next morning, we checked out so fast. My family and I, at 7 a.m., we were downstairs getting a cab. At 7 a.m., all 4 of us were ready. None of us had used the bathroom, by the way. We still hadn't used the bathroom, mind you. And all
Actually,
7 of us,
yeah.
all ready to go, to get the hell out of there.
Did you guys get a refund?
no, actually we forgot this part. So we saw the first room, we didn't like it, and then this guy takes us to another room, and it's just as bad
Just
as
as
the
bad.
one
Yeah.
we were in. We're like, Sir, it's just as
Sir,
bad.
This is bad. This is bad.
You know
All
it's bad
over.
when it's bad.
It's
It was
bad, it's bad, it's bad. And so we go check into this next hotel that we find gorgeous, great. It was an upgrade. It was great. The poor concierge felt bad for us because you know when check-ins like at when's check-in like at 3 in the afternoon?
3, yeah.
3 in the afternoon, like check-in,
Check-in,
like 3 in the
yes.
afternoon.
3 to
Okay,
4,
it
yeah.
was 7 a.m.
It was 7 a.m.
Mind
and
you,
we were
it was
like,
7 a.m.
we need to shower. We need to go to the bathroom.
The poor concierge felt so bad for us. She's like, "There's a room ready. Go ahead." Like she can just see it in our eyes. We had not slept. We had not used the bathroom, and we stayed. We were in bad conditions. It was bad. So don't do that.
But
Don't
that is
do
kind
that.
of crazy because Chelsea is a pretty
That's
good
the thing.
neighborhood.
Chelsea, New York.
Your voice when you
After
said
that
that so
experience,
funny.
I cannot look at that town ever the same.
I mean,
Did it have like good reviews or
5
good stars?
stars
Five-
online.
It was promising.
It was so promising. Like
It was promising. We get there and it's
Yeah.
not that.
that
You
is
would
insane.
think too, like hotels, like A, because of COVID, and B, because of Airbnb is like they would be going over the top to like make people want to stay in their hotels.
Duh.
They live, guess
Yeah.
they couldn't give more of a shit.
No.
It was traumatizing to say the least. So
It is insane how.
So the moral of the story is sleep in your car.
stay in your house. Don't go anywhere.
Don't go
clean.
anywhere.
Don't go
It's
anywhere. Stay in your
cleaner.
house.
Save your money.
That's for sure. Wow,
No.
that's terrible.
It just reminds me, one of my teachers had a house in Chelsea.
Oh, okay, interesting.
What a beautiful apartment.
Ah.
It's like 4 times this apartment, but it's an open space.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Oh,
It's like one of the best things you could ever seen.
nice.
wow.
All windows.
So you
Oh.
think she still has it?
No, it's a man.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah. They live there.
Okay.
I don't think they're gonna sell that thing ever.
I would be
It's
dumb
like-
too.
Yeah, I will be dumb
Really?
too. Like it's
Yeah.
impossible. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous, and the view. You just see everything. No, it's like
Wow.
Sounds like we need to do like an episode just about hotels and
Hotels.
apartments.
Hotels and apartments.
well, we're totally cool. Maybe for the next one, or for a random special one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, is that a wrap up, you guys?
Yes.
I think that is a
so.
wrap up. Thank you guys
mean,
for joining us.
yeah.
We went all over the place.
All over the
We
place.
really did.
We
Yeah.
hope you were entertained because we were.
We
We
were,
were.
definitely.
We
We
can
were.
talk. We
Yeah,
can
thank
talk.
you if you make it all the way here. All
Props to you.
Yes.
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 Thank you
that's
so
for
much. And hopefully we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Until the next guy.
Yeah.
Until the next time.
And as always, please don't forget to follow us, like us, share. We are in all social media platforms, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, name it. We are the same thing with all the podcast platforms, Google Cast, Podcast, Amazon, Pocket Cast, everything.
Got it.
Whatever
Yes.
you think so, we are on it.
Yep.
Yep.
So-
Making it rain.
Yep. That's for sure.
So please
Until-
just, support us.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Until next time,
See you
guys.
next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Peace and love.
Thanks for listening, guys and gals. This was Nobody You Know. Literally. Remember to hit like and subscribe and leave us a comment. Have a question for the guys or a topic you'd love them to discuss? Get in touch. You can find us on all socials at @NobodyYouKnow_podcast. See you next time.